In this episode, did you know a man from the 7th century told us human fetus development inside the womb happens in distinct stages? Or deep beneath the sea there is darkness? Or how did he know that the sun is a glowing star and the moon is a reflective light? Yes, you heard it right. This man has revealed many more mind-boggling facts 1400 years ago. He kept on telling revelations, which he received in a dark cave in the Arabian desert. Sounds crazy, right? Modern-day science is only starting to discover these facts, which according to scientific facts are absolutely correct. None of them have yet proven wrong. Mind-boggling, isn't it? So keep watching to find out today's 3 jaw-dropping facts. Hit that subscribe button to know more in our next episodes. This is absolutely mind-blowing. Did you know that human development inside the womb happens in distinct stages? Yeah, not just a baby grows. We're talking step-by-step biological transformations. Drop, clot, lump, bones, flesh. Sounds oddly precise because it is. Modern science had to wait for microscopes, medical imaging, and decades of research to figure this out. But the Quran dropped it over 1400 years ago, and no one was paying attention until now. Because this fact is absolutely insane. The Quran literally spelled this out centuries before embryology was even a thing.
We created man from a drop of fluid, then made it into a clinging clot, then into a lump of flesh. Then we made bones and clothed the bones with flesh. Surah Al-Mu'minun.
Wait, hold up. A drop? A clinging clot? Bones before flesh? That's exactly what modern embryologists discovered with microscopes and imaging. Even the clinging clot matches what we now call the leech-like behavior of the embryo attaching to the uterine wall. And the lump phase? Embryos actually resemble a chewed-like mass. No joke. How would anyone in the 7th century know that? Especially when ultrasound was only invented in the 20th century. The scientific understanding of fetal development in detailed stages began emerging in the 20th century, thanks to advancements in microscopy and medical imaging. One of the most notable figures in this field was Dr. Keith L. Moore, a world-renowned embryologist and professor of anatomy. In the 1980s, after examining the Quranic descriptions of embryology, Dr. Moore remarked that the stages of human development described in the Quran align remarkably with modern scientific findings, and that such knowledge could not have been known in the 7th century without the aid of advanced technology. And remember, Prophet Muhammad? He couldn't read, he couldn't write. He lived in a desert with no medical schools. Yet this level of embryological detail is right there, in the Quran. Here's where it gets even crazier. The Quran says that exact order, bones forming first, then muscles wrapping around, was only confirmed by modern embryology recently. This isn't vague, it's detailed, it's accurate, and it's from a book revealed over 1400 years ago. So now the real question is, how could this possibly be explained, unless it came from the Creator himself? Unbelievable, right? But hold on, because what you're about to hear next will leave you stunned. What if I told you the Quran described what it's like deep beneath the ocean's surface, in a time when no human could reach those depths? No submarines, no sonar, no scuba gear, just deserts and dates. Let's go deep. Today we know, as you descend into the ocean, light starts to disappear. First, the red light fades, then orange, then yellow, until, at around 200 meters down, you're surrounded by complete darkness. Go deeper, and something else happens. Layer upon layer of darkness, waves on top of waves, currents stacked over currents, a silence that swallows sound, a blackness that no eye can pierce. And here's the mind-blowing part.
Or the state of a disbeliever is like the darkness in a vast deep sea, overwhelmed by waves, above which are waves, above which are clouds, layers of darkness, some of them above others. When he puts out his hand, he can hardly see it. Surah An-Nur.
How could someone living in 7th century Arabia, who never sailed across oceans, never dove beneath the surface, never studied marine science, describe this layered darkness with such precision? Modern oceanographers only confirm these internal waves and light limitations centuries later, using advanced equipment. But the Quran, it laid it out over 1,400 years ago. This isn't just metaphor, it's not just poetry, it's a description rooted in reality. So the question is, how did he know? How could anyone in the desert describe the unseen depths of the sea? Unless these words came from the one who created what's above the waves and what lies beneath them. What do you think? Could this profound knowledge really be just a coincidence? Or is it a sign of something far greater? Two incredible facts down, but what comes next? This final revelation is the most astonishing of them all. It's the kind of fact that makes you stop and wonder, could this really be a coincidence? Brace yourself, because once you hear this, there's no going back. What if I told you the Quran made a distinction between the sun and the moon? Not just in size, not just in their position in the sky, but in the very nature of their light, and modern science took over 1,000 years to catch up. Let's dive in. Most ancient civilizations believed the sun and moon were just two shining lights. The same thing, one by day, one by night. Seems logical, right? But here's what modern science found out. The sun is a self-luminous star. It produces light through nuclear fusion, burning hydrogen into helium, emitting massive amounts of energy. The moon, on the other hand, has no light of its own. It's a giant rock that reflects sunlight. Two completely different sources of light. And yet, this is exactly what the Quran said over 1,400 years ago.
It is he who made the sun a shining light, Diya, and the moon a reflected light, Nur. Surah Yunus.
Wait, hold up. The Quran uses the word Diya for the sun, which means radiant, blazing light, and Nur for the moon, which means soft, borrowed, reflected light. That's not just poetry, that's precision. And get this, the fact that the moon's light is reflected, sunlight, wasn't scientifically confirmed until the 17th century, when astronomers like Galileo Galilei used telescopes to observe the moon's surface and understood how it reflects solar light. But the Quran dropped this detail in the 7th century by a man who never looked through a telescope, who couldn't read or write, who lived in a desert with no observatories. How did he know? How could someone in the desert make a linguistic distinction that perfectly aligns with modern astrophysics? Unless these weren't his words, they were revealed from a source beyond this world. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're intrigued by these revelations, make sure to subscribe for more eye-opening content. In the meanwhile, stay curious, stay inspired,